So imagine this, the year is 2017 and the world was not ready. At the very height of consumerism and the internet doing its final fusion dance with the real world, slightly before it looked like VR was gonna be an inevitable future, out came a meme superstar, pop icon, cyborg, devil symbolist rock star named that Poppy.
I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy. I'm Poppy. I am Poppy.
When I first started making YouTube videos maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I can pretty much say and be proud to say that I was one of the chronologically online people on the internet. So I don't know how I stumbled upon that Poppy right at the beginning when she only had like 40,000 subscribers, but I did. And it felt like finding a real life treasure hunt. Who is this person? How are they so committed to this project? And the uncanny valley it's having over me is insane. I made a plethora of videos about the subject, and it was through my sheer exploration that I eventually came to find out that there was a mastermind behind the whole project. That person is named Titanic Sinclair. He was the director of that Poppy and got it to where it is today, and some people don't like him because, you know, just like every genius out there, this genius was also demented by a demon. I'll briefly go over in this video what happened, but this video is not about that, okay? There's other YouTubers that made whole careers off of saying how bad of a person he is, and you can go and check out their videos. This video is not really about the drama of that Poppy or how mysterious that Poppy is. This video is more about highlighting just how punk rock the whole project was at the time where it was being created and the beauty that it left behind. I feel like not enough people are talking about art these days, and that's really making me upset, so let's get artsy. If we just remove all the emotional baggage that surrounds this project and just zoom out a little bit, then we can appreciate the end result, and the end result is beautiful. In the world where people are constantly blaming each other for biting each other's styles and nobody seems to be original anymore, that Poppy proved that to be wrong.
Right? Wrong!
Out came a psychedelic-like girl who embraced modern pop culture while also being a parody about the entire thing. And for the sake of causing no coherent context at all, they played with the entire devil occult symbolism because why not? You guys have no idea how much of the edge of my seat I used to be for these 50-second videos to drop so I could be the first person to decode them, so I could be the person that gets the most views about them. I was having the most fun decoding these videos, and do you think I was right when I was decoding them? Maybe. I don't know. What I do know is that it was making me good money. And I guess you could call me an opportunist and that Poppy project milker, cause yeah, your boy milked the living hell out of that project. And I'm here to correct that wrong because there's just so much beauty behind it as well. It's not really always all about the money. At least for me, it's not anymore. It's really about appreciating good art, okay? And at the time where that Poppy was coming out, to do something like hers was not that original. Like, yeah, maybe Tim and Eric made similar things, but no project ever got into the same level of focus as that Poppy was able to do it. Like, they really put in so much thought behind this project because if you were to research who she was when she was blowing up, you couldn't find a single thing about her. It's as if she really was a government-made humanoid made to control the masses through influence. LOL. Like that conspiracy theory about the Beatles. But that's not true. She's a human, just like you and me. And the risk that this girl took by deciding to follow her gut instincts. Because, you know, all of this could have just not worked out. It could have been a complete failure. And it almost was. But at the end, she winded up not at all. In my opinion, she probably created some of the best works of art that we can describe for this century to be. It's almost as if she, like, laid the groundworks of what the future is about to be like when it comes to making personalized art. Because what they were creating is works of art that weren't just designed to sell you a product, but were designed to make you feel. Versus the bubblegum image that all these corporations are trying to shove down our throats. So this is a story about that Poppy and how sheer commitment to a craft can land you in places from small towns to working with Fortune 500 tech companies and being around the most influential in the world. This is the story about how that Poppy is pretty punk rock. Enjoy. So imagine this. It's a Wednesday night and you're browsing YouTube and you stumble upon a video that is recommended to you titled Pop Rocks. So you click it and you see an innocent girl doing something eerie, but not scary.
This is what the packaging looks like. Pop rocks. Ooh, this is exciting.
and you would see a high production video that at the time was rare. So you would want to watch another one, and another one, and another one. That eventually you go, who is that Poppy? Okay, well now we know, and keep in mind that back in the day, this information was not available, but now we know. Mariah Rose Pereira, born January 1st, 1995, known professionally as Poppy and formerly known as Dat Poppy, is an American singer, songwriter, YouTuber, and performer artist. In 2014, she gained viral fame by starring in surreal performance art videos on YouTube as an Uncanny Valley-like android who commented on satirical internet culture and modern society. It was not 2014. Well, maybe she began in 2014, but by the time it reached me, it was already like 2016. But besides the Wikipedia article, she also made extremely good music videos. And guess what genre? That's right, pop punk.
Gotta work it out.
So you mean to tell me there's a whole real-life walking meme that produces great quality music while also making fun of consumerism? Is this it? Is this where pop culture peaks? No, because word spread fast. And that Poppy went from just being a simple little YouTube project to being a whole mainstream act. That Poppy's going to Hollywood. The fans, the Dat Poppy fans just couldn't get enough of those little 50-second videos that would be dropping constantly without stop, trying to come up with the storyline, trying to see where does this all fit, where is this all going, and we're all being a part of it at the same time. Her entire storyline, from being somebody who sold her soul to become famous and then dealing with it by accepting her fate and becoming a zombie for a record label who makes her dance. It made you feel like the whole project was being manifested in real time, and the fans were tagging along. Because all the way from YouTube to Snapchat Original to her own YouTube paid for original to being on MTV to performing at the Reading Festival, and knowing that not even like a year ago she was only sitting at like 50,000 subscribers, it felt like you were really going along with her because she was growing at such a monumental speed. And once the ball started rolling, it wasn't stopping. I mean, PewDiePie made a video about her, and then next thing you know, she was already sitting at 1 million subscribers and becoming a big part of the internet zeitgeist. And just when you thought you couldn't get enough, earth-shattering consequences, bro. When you work with shitty people, their shit can spread onto you. We're all humans. What can you do? And some of us just aren't as well as others. We all do things we regret. And the best thing that we can hope for is that we learn from what we do wrong, right? At least I hope. I really hope. But Dat Poppy was working with a director named Titanic St. Clair, and before that Poppy project, Titanic had another successful internet project. And that project was called That Computer Show. And in that computer show, they would film like comedy skits that were filmed in like Tim and Eric style that would mock internet culture of the time. Kind of sucks that most of this stuff is like deep on the internet lore and you gotta like go searching for it yourself, but if you do go searching for it yourself, you can find some of their skits, they're still up. But you know how deep down that Poppy rabbit hole you gotta be to get this far? So like clearly I didn't have a life, but I made a video called Mars Argo Explained for Dat Poppy Fans. And when I'm telling you I was able to buy a house off of how much that video has made me, but I decided, yo, this is some funny shit. I'ma get involved and now be a part of the lore, baby. I'm a part of the story. You can't deny that. KnowYourMeme.com surely doesn't deny it. Anyways, enough about me. This video is not about me. I'm gonna summarize what pretty much happens in the video, but I go, oh my god, that Poppy isn't even original. Titanic Sinclair already tried this project and it was called Mars Argo. They make very similar like videos. Like look at these two videos titled Delete Your Facebook.
Delete your Facebook. I wonder what my dad's best friend from college thinks about the president. 2014, and I'm publicly announcing that I'm deleting my Facebook.
Delete your Facebook. Delete your Facebook. Delete your Facebook.
Titanic clearly deleted all of those videos off of the internet, so if you ever go searching, you wouldn't know that this was already attempted. So it turns out the reason why the whole Mars Argo project had to be called quits is because Titanic Sinclair is not well in the head, and you can watch Repzilla's videos about it. I'm not gonna go over it that much. But long story short, it seems to be a habitual practice that he does because the same thing was happening with that Poppy and they had to call it quits. So now you got Mars Argo suing him, and at the time, that was some extremely juicy drama. But you know what? I decided to be neutral. Because that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be neutral. And then once Titanic and Poppy broke off, well, it seemed like the project went very dark. Look at how bloody of an image she developed. Yo, you can't tell me that's not a lot of paint. And as the time went on, the music was only getting better and better, and the story was getting a lot more in-depth, a lot less experimental, and a lot more in your face. I did not mean to kick the camera. Honestly, I was having a blast researching for this video because I was able to stumble upon all of her brand new work. In 2021, around 2022, she released an album called Flux. And it is a huge disservice and tragedy if you don't go listen to it after watching this video. It was pretty good. Why are more people talking about this? Whenever I hear music that I extremely enjoy and then I see what year it was released and knowing that I could have been living way better, like now, had I just went looking or somebody would have just told me, there seems to be a lot more gatekeepers now than there was before, right? Because it breaks my heart. The album is amazing. I don't know. Maybe next time people ask you what's a top 5 pop punk albums, maybe you should include this one in there. Listen to it first and then come back and tell me why I'm right. People just aren't sharing anymore, man. The album is experimental, but it travels way beyond the music. It's not adherent to no traditional norms. It's a whole living life story, and the people watching it are a part of the story. It's like that Poppy is weaved into reality. Like some sort of bridge between the realm where memes live and the real world. And if that isn't punk rock, I don't know what is. If some girl from Nashville who sat in a bathtub on YouTube vlog reached this level of game, surely that's enough to get anyone to get inspired to try and get a little creative. Because surely the only thing that set Poppy apart from other YouTubers is the creativeness executed well. But also when it's being watched, your bullshit meter isn't going off. It doesn't come off of a shock value for the sake of views, it comes off a shock value for the sake of being shock value, which makes it get views. Hi, I really hope you enjoyed this video and me explaining why that Poppy project is a pretty punk rock project. It doesn't adhere to no traditional norms, and if you enjoyed it, please guys, can you give it a like so that it spreads the YouTube algorithm and more people can learn about this or get entertained by it. And before you go, a quick shameless plug. Guys, I've been working on my own pop punk songs. I promise that they're funny. I'm trying to be the world's first punk pop comedian. That's something the world hasn't seen yet. And I released a brand new song called Toxic Masculinity. You should go and check it out, you know, because I'm trying to go the whole way here. You don't have to listen to it, but I promise you're probably going to find it funny. I have other songs that you can listen to as well. So if you're into that type of stuff, press the subscribe button. Press the like button so that you're going to get notified when I drop brand new videos. And if you want to be more inspired by somebody else that is extremely punk rock, maybe check out my video about how Helen Keller is pretty punk rock.